Well, hello and welcome everyone to the March Life Coach Office open call. This is Kimberly Horvath. I am responsible for all of your customer service needs with Life Coach Office. And as usual, I am very excited to bring this call to you today. If you were on the call a couple of weeks, I think it was last week, I do apologize. Something went on with the audio, but we are good today. So let's take a look at what we're going to talk about today. Let's see. All right, so we're going to talk about products and services today. We're going to talk a little bit about how to get your products into your ebook or your products or your ebook into the classroom library where it belongs. We're going to talk a little bit about groups today. And I'm going to explain the difference between a group as we traditionally know them and what we consider them to be when we're talking about groups in Life Coach Office system. And I'm also going to talk to you once again about the welcome video and why that's so important and the kinds of documents you can put in that. And then there has been one conversation I've been having with several people over the last month that has to do with billing, and we're going to discuss that. Okay, so hopefully you are ready because I'm going to begin. All right, we're talking about products and services right now. So as you can see, as usual, you're looking at the main screen on Life Coach Office. I'm going to play with it a little bit because I want to make sure that you get a really good look at it. Okay, and what we want to do, the thing I want to talk about is how do you market your products and services using Life Coach Office? That is a question that I get quite often, and I want to talk to you a little bit about that now. So, if you have been utilizing the system, you understand that you do have the ability to create links in the system. Okay. And these links that you create are able to be used anywhere on the internet. So whether you want to use them in your marketing emails, your Facebook, throw it out there on Twitter, put it on your website, whatever it is that you want to do, you can do that with these links. And so the links connect people to a specific space within your office so that if they decide to register and pay for whatever it is that you're offering, if you're offering it at a fee, they will create their own office in the system. They will be considered as part of your total body count in the system, and they will have access to whatever information that they have registered to have access to. And this is how that works. So let's just say that I created a book called Becoming Great, and I want to make it available to people. So in my library, here's the library. And for those of you who don't realize it, we have changed the library a little bit. So when you go to your library folder and if you right click that, that's where you're going to see all of your options. Okay, so you can create a new folder or you can upload when you're just on your library. I want to upload my ebook called Becoming Great. Right now, I'm just going to make it for only myself to view it. I just want to get it in the system. All right, and then we're going to add the files. So let's see what we're doing here. Let's see, I need to go to the Life Coach Office. Now, where did I put this? Come on. Oh, I didn't put it there. Here we are. There we go. Becoming Great ebook. And I'm going to go ahead and start that upload. And there you have it. It's right there, Becoming Great. All right. Now that I have this in here, what I would like to do is I just don't want to leave it in there for everyone to see. I am going to want this to be something that people are going to pay for. And you'll notice that when I'm doing the trainings, I don't always go about it the same exact way because I want you to get comfortable with the idea that sometimes there's more than one way to get something accomplished in Life Coach Office. And I believe that that's one of the beauties of the system. You don't have to only do it one way. You can find other ways that might suit you just as well. So maybe you're just in a position where right now you have a few things you just want to upload and you'll deal with them later. You upload them, make them available for you only. And then at least they're in your system and you've done that much of it. But now you want to go back and you say, you know what, I want to go ahead and I'm ready to release this. I would like to make this available for sale. Wonderful. Well, now you need to create a product or service. So let's go to your client billing area. And what I want to do is I want to add this product, my Becoming Great ebook, to the system because I want to charge people for it. Okay. And there it is, Becoming Great. And let's just say I'm going to charge a price of $15.99. And this is an ebook, so tax will apply. And I'm going to save it. Okay. And now when you go to your list of products and services, your ebook will be there. And there it is. All right, let me delete this one, only because obviously I was here before. I only need one. There we go. Okay, so there you are. Becoming Great is there. All right, now it's in the system and I have a price. But how do I get it out there? How do I get this into the world of the internet? Well, you do that with a link. And that means you have to create it. So let's go and let's go to groups. Okay. How do I explain to you why this is listed under groups? Well, let's look at it this way. Whenever you have a product or service that multiple people can have access to, anytime you have a product or service that you want to make sure that multiple people can have access to it, those people are considered to be a part of a group. Okay? This does not mean that everyone is going to purchase this at the same time. If this were coaching, it doesn't mean that you're coaching all of these people at the same time. It just means that this group of people are all going to have access to the same information. That's literally all that it means. Okay? And so we go into groups because we need to create a link. All right, so here's your new group. And we're going to call this group the Becoming Great ebook link. Okay. I do want people to be able to register online. This is not free. This is, see, these are all of your products and services. This product is $15.99. Okay. Once a person joins this group, how long would you like them to have access? I'm going to say forever. And if I wanted to give them access to other things, I could. The library resource that I want to give them access to, obviously, is the ebook. If I wanted to create a welcome video, maybe for people who are only purchasing something, which is always a good idea, use your opportunity to have video in the system. You can have as much video as you want. Use it. When you create videos in the system, people connect to you in a way that's different than if they're just purchasing something from your website. Even if they've met you before, it gives them yet another opportunity to meet you, to see you, to grow comfortable with you, and they will come back for more. So, because people like doing business with people that they like, admire, and feel has answers to their issues. So, I would, if I were you, create a video that's specifically for people who are going to be purchasing items that are not coaching items. They're purchasing products. Okay? And it's something simple like, thank you so much for purchasing my product. Please understand, we have a whole array of programs that can also go along with this, whatever it is that you want to say. Okay? Doesn't have to be long, something short. Give them access to it, a reason to go back to the system even. Becoming Great ebook, and then you're going to save it. Okay, so then here's what happens. Here's your Becoming Great ebook link. This is the price because it's $15.99 plus the price of 7% tax. It does not expire, and there's your link right there. So when you click on that link, here's your online registration for that. So when someone now you take this and you copy and paste this, okay, just like that. And that's what you're going to put into your emails, into your websites, into whatever it is that you're going to put out there via the internet. It's really that simple. And what happens is people, okay, I'm going to have to log out of this because I know that the next question is going to be, well, what happens when people get this? All right. Let's go here. So when people get that registration link, I'm just going to put it up here in the bar. There you go. Becoming Great ebook. And so they're going to log in. They're going to create this information. They're going to click register. Then it's going to ask them for a form of payment. Once they accept the form of payment, it will give them immediate access to it. Now, understand, it's not going to download. They're going to need to go to the library. All right. So you may want to say that in whatever it is that you're putting out to them, right? Or you may want to even say it in the video. But just make sure that it's very clear that they have to go to the library and download the book. All right. I'm going to go back here and sign in again. There we go. All right. So that is how we do products and services. Now, the other thing I want to talk to you about with products and services is that it's important for you to have what I consider to be a seed program. Now, those of you who have spoken to me one-on-one, some of us have had conversations about a seed program. And we have many different names that we call these things. I call it a seed program simply because when you put a seed in the ground, you expect the harvest to come back to you in return. My father was a farmer. And so he knows a lot about farming and about the need to put seed in the ground and harvest it correct and do what's right with it so that when harvest time comes, the reward for all that hard work is there. You've put the work into your book, to your business, whatever it is, and now you want to create a seed program. Your seed program generates interest in what it is that you have to offer. Some people need a little bit more than a 10-second conversation with you or even a recommendation from a friend. I've bought many books over the years, and I find that some of them I read with no problem, and some of them I never even finish reading because it's really about whether or not the language the person is using in the book is speaking to me. Well, imagine how a person feels with regard to coaching, right? So if you have a program that you coach from, whatever that might be, take one piece of it, just a small snippet of it, enough to give people some interest, enough to show you as an expert, enough to show that you have the answers that people are looking for, and create something that you offer out to people for free. Okay? I say do this in the form of an ebook. So let's go ahead and let's pull up the other ebook. And we're going to do the same thing we did before. You go over to the library, you right click it, you click upload, and I'm going to add a file. All right, I'll get that in a minute. I'm calling it Reel Them In. And right now I only want myself to be able to see it. And there we go. Okay. There is the document. Okay. So this is something that I'm offering for free. It's a little teaser that I'm putting out there. So there's not going to be a cost associated with it. And because there's no cost associated with it, I don't need to go to customer billing and actually add it as a product or service because there's not going to be an exchange. At least there's not going to be a monetary exchange. What there will be is an informational exchange. They're going to send me their information because I'm going to create a link for it and I'm going to give them this free ebook. So the only thing we're going to do is we're going to go directly to the group area. I'm hoping that a lot of people become a part of this group and download this document. I'm going to click new group. I'm going to title it Reel Them In. Is it there already? Yep. It's free. Oh, wait. I do want them to register online. Okay. It is free, so I'm going to leave that alone. And I do want that out there. I want them to have access to it forever. You can go back and change this, if you want to. Um, and here is the document right there, Real Mint, and you save it. Once you save it, just like before, the link appears, and you can get that link simply by clicking on it, and there's your link. Okay, and it's going to be the same thing. If I were to, close this out and then go into the next screen in order to pull this up, you're going to get something that looks like this. Well, let's go this way. Oh, I just clicked out of it. Can I get it back? Yeah, I can. And so you'll get something that looks like this, but this time it's going to give them access to the Reel Them In ebook and not the other. Okay. Now, again, if this is something that is specific to a program that you are offering, I say create a separate welcome video for that is geared towards explaining more about um, video. I'm sorry, the fuller program. So they have this seed program that you have out there, but you want them to take this and then you want to turn them into someone who's going to be a client. So you might want to then go ahead and give them a video to talk more about the full program and what the full program has to offer. Again, nothing too intense. People don't like to be sold to. Make it light, just, a little bit. And then maybe, if you wanted to give them access to a few other things in your library, you could. It gives them more reason to come back and to get to know you. Okay? That is what I wanted to talk to you about with regard to products and services. Now, if you have any questions at all about this, please, please, please either hit us up on Facebook or go pull up Life Coach Office and click the Life Coach Office support button and send me an email there. You can always email me directly, but we really prefer things to go through the Life Coach Office support ticket system. It helps us to keep track of all the things that you are requesting, needing, asking, because your demand is how we build the system. So just ask me whatever questions that you might have about this. Also, if you're having some struggle and you'd like some individual help with regard, you have a few questions about your ebook or how to do things in the system, again, on Facebook, on our website, an LCO support ticket, feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to have a conversation with you. All right, so we talked a little bit about groups, all clients being a part of a specific group, depending upon what it is that they are all purchasing. It doesn't mean that you're doing coaching for everyone on the same day at the same time in the same program. That's not what we mean at Life Coach Office when we say group. We just mean that people are all a part of participating in the same program, whether they're doing it now or 10 years from now. All right, I want to talk to you now about welcome videos. Okay, welcome videos are extremely important. I'm going to go to the classroom for this. Now, I want you to think about something. Whenever you have worked a job, the truth is that your orientation was extremely important. That was your onboarding and your acclimation to the company. And if they don't do a great job at onboarding you, they don't fully get your buy-in to being there. They don't, as a employee, you really don't get it when it comes to the true vision of the company and how they feel about you as employees. In fact, studies show that it's easier for an employee to walk away from a job when they haven't had a thorough orientation. Well, the same is true when it comes to coaching. Clients are investing in you as a person, and if they're not onboarded properly, they may feel that they're not valued by you and ultimately may not necessarily remain as a client of yours for very long. So my suggestion, especially since with coaching, it typically is something that is not face to face. Even if you're Skyping, it's not necessarily face to face. You want them to be able to touch you as many times as possible And by touch you, I mean be familiar, get to see your face, get to see what it's like when you're speaking and that sort of thing. So I say create a welcome video. Put your welcome video in your classroom and give all of your clients access to it. In your welcome, you might want to put there any type of assessments that, if you know you have assessments that you want every single client to have access to, go ahead and attach it to that welcome video. I have here a welcome from your coach. I have a life evaluator assessment there, and then a little document called how to get the most out of coaching. So please put these kind of tools into the hands of your people, because the more prepared they are for the coaching relationship, the stronger it will be and the better your coaching will be for them. I also have a little video here that I found right off of YouTube. It's a public video, so it's okay to use it, how coaching works. And then I put a motivational video here. What do you think is necessary to have in your orientation program for your coaching clients? That's what you have to ask yourself. Each of these videos do have documents attached to it. I put how to get the most out of coaching, also to the coaching, how coaching works video. Sometimes people might need to see things more than once. So, it's okay to duplicate what you have on video to video. All right. Remember, this is your system. Customize it the way you need to customize it. Right. And I just want to show you what this looks like so that you have an understanding. So here is what it looks like when you're putting the video in. The videos that I have here are all from YouTube. As you know, they can be part of YouTube or Vimeo. If they are on YouTube, please make sure that you make them unlisted and not private. If you make them private, you will not be able to link your YouTube video to the Life Coach Office system. If you leave it public, then if it's a video that is part of a classroom that you have people paying for it, when they go on YouTube, they can have access to it for free. So you need to unlist it so that they can't just search it out on YouTube and pull it up. Okay? You put here who has access to your video. I don't have anyone right now. I'm not editing it right now. I have everyone. I'm sorry. Most of my clients have access to it, but the ebook right now does not. And you know what? No, I don't want to do that because the ebook should not. And then you have an area for the lesson description. And then here are lesson files, things that you can attach to this. Now remember, when you're creating a course, this is the area where if you have a video for a course, this is where you would have your workbook pages attached to that particular lesson file. Even if you have a separate workbook file where they can download the entire workbook, here you can apply just the pages of the workbook that apply to that particular video. All right, use the system to your advantage. Remember, your client may not have their workbook with them. They might be somewhere else and not home, and all they really need are the pages that pertain to the video that they're watching. So always have that available to them. This is what it looks like. The system is the same all the way through. You browse, you pull something up, you open it, you save it, you upload it, you hit submit, that will save it, and you're done. It's so easy. Very, very easy. We did that on purpose. Okay. And then, let's see, what did I write down here? Important documents versus, oh, okay. So, one of the things that many people have been asking me, I'm going to go back to the home screen, is when you're working with a client, how do you make the determination between when you use the important documents folder in your client's profile and when you just add documents into the library? Okay. Think of your library like your public library. In your library, they might have multiple books that are the same because they want someone to have access to it. So let's say we were all going to read Romeo and Juliet. The library might have 15 copies of that book. And so 15 people can go and get Romeo and Juliet and take that book out at the same time. Same concept applies here in Life Coach Office. All right. In your library, you make determination of who has access to what. But if you have forms that all clients receive, or that you want all clients to have access to, all right, just simply put them in your library. Let's go there for a moment. And you can, put them in folders, do whatever you need to do. Right? See, here's a folder that says getting started. Here's a goal folder, that kind of thing. Or you can just have them as individual documents. It's up to you how you want to do it. If you put them as individual documents, they will show alphabetically. Okay? But if you want everyone to have access to it, you simply will click on the area that says all people can have access to it. Put it in your library, call it a day. Okay? That's beautiful. However, what about when you have a client agreement, right? What if you have some type of form that you want this particular client to fill out, and maybe you don't need anyone else to fill it out? What if your client downloads a credit card authorization form because you have that in your library, but you don't want him to upload it to some other area? You want him to upload it to your important documents. Important documents are located, that file is in every client file. So what I did was I went to my client file and I pulled up Dave Smith, one of my clients. And as you can see, his coaching journal, vision and goals, important documents, all these things here are a part of his file. Okay? It's no different than if you had a file folder on your desk. This is his online file folder. When you click on the important documents, these documents are specific to Dave Smith. So, excuse me. So this is Dave Smith's checklist. This is his agreement. This is his life discovery workbook. This is another coach contract. So Dave has been with me maybe a little while, and I had to update his contract. Anything I sent him, this song that I wanted him to listen to. So anything that you want specifically for this client, you will upload it in the important documents file. Okay. When you upload a document into your client's file, they will receive an email that says your coach has uploaded, the important documents file with blah, 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 blah. Same thing happens the other way around. If your client uploads something, so let's say you upload their contract, they need to download it, sign it, send it off back to you. Okay. And then what happens when they send it off back to you? You receive, when they upload it to their important documents file, you receive an email that says, your client Dave Smith has uploaded an important document labeled blah, 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 blah. So now you know it's there. There is no need to do anything outside the system. There's no need to send emails back and forth. Everything in the system. What's great about this is that you can download it. You can take a look at it. If you like to keep a paper copy of things, fine. Go ahead and print it if you don't need to. As long as it's signed the way you needed it to be, you just X out of it, and now it is there. It is in the system, and we are a very secure system. If you didn't already know that, we most definitely are a very secure system. We have all of the regulations that you must have when you're doing this kind of work. So that's the difference between important documents and generic library documents. The important documents file specific to that client, and only that client, and only the two of you see it, unless one of you give access to someone else to see it. Okay? Then one last thing I want to talk to you about, and that has to do with a question that I've been receiving all month long. It's interesting how I tend to get certain questions all the time. I may not get this question at all for 6 months, and then all of a sudden 3 people will ask it, 4 people will ask it. This question specifically is about billing, and I've been getting a lot of questions about recurring billing and that sort of thing in the system. So let's go over to Invoices and take a look at what's going on there. Okay, so when I click on Invoices, these are invoices that I'm the coach viewing here, and these are the invoices that I have sent out off of Dave. It shows what's open, it shows what's paid. Okay, if you wanted to see what it looks like, you just click on it, and there you have it. So the question is, how do you do recurring billing that's automated? Okay, all right. Life Coach Office, we have that halfway step in between, not the actual automated billing. So in other words, We have the ability for you to create an invoice and send invoices out on a future date. All right. But that then triggers the person, it releases to the person when it's necessary, and then the person has to pay you. It will not bill the card for you, but it will send the invoice out for you. For some people, that's good enough. And if that's the case, all you do is you click on new invoice. Who do you want to send it out to? I'm going to send it out to Dave here. It says that it's due 7 days after it's sent, and it will say that. You can say, okay, I don't want to send it out today. I want to send it out on April 15th because I always send his invoices out on the 15th of the month. And what I'm billing him for is private coaching session. Okay. Then I can preview it if I want to, but that's done. And then I can just click send now, send later, edit. I'm going to just click send later because I already put the date by when I want it to be sent out. And it says will be sent out on the 14th of April. You can go ahead and you can create this for as long as your coaching agreement is done. If I don't want it to go out, I simply hit delete and okay. All right, so here's my suggestion. You know that you want to send this out on the 15th of the month every month, and you have coaching with Dave for the next 6 months, then go ahead, create them all now, and let him go ahead and pay you that, get the invoice when he's supposed to get it, and he can pay you when he pays you. But if you want to just automatically have recurring billing and have him pay you, that's a different thing. And that's something that Life Coach Office doesn't do, but PayPal does. Now, when your client receives your invoice, they will click on the button. It's a PayPal button. It's going to take them to PayPal. They're going to pay you. It's going to go direct into your PayPal account. This is going to show as paid, and you're going to be done. Okay? So it's still going to go through PayPal, but you're going to see this in the system. If you do recurring billing with PayPal so that the card is automatically charged every month, please understand you do not create this invoice. You will not see this in the system, in the Life Coach Office system. You will need to go to PayPal so that you can see in PayPal the invoice that went out, not the invoice that went out, the billing that went out that occurred and that the money is in your system. There is a fee for recurring billing with PayPal. I believe last time I saw it was $19 a month, something like that. So if it's something that you know that you're going to use a lot of, you may want to go ahead and do that. Of course, there are other systems out there, third-party systems that you could use for that. But if you are a PayPal user and you're going to have multiple people using recurring billing, you may want to do it that way. If you don't mind people paying you and not having that recurring billing feature, by all means, go ahead and do it through the system. Okay, I think that those were all of my questions. Yeah, that's it. That's everything for this month's Life Coach Office open call. I hope that you enjoyed it. Again, if you have any questions at all, please, 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 you can contact us directly by just hitting the Life Coach Office support button. There you go, right here at the bottom of the screen on any Life Coach Office page, either in the system or our web page. You can also, and when you do that, it goes through our support system, but I will get emails that pertain to me. Or you can go to our Facebook page, interact with us on Facebook. We'd love to hear what you're interested in. I'd love to know what you think about the calls. And I also really, I'm asking you, please tell me what it is that you are interested in learning about. It doesn't have to be Life Coach Office specific. It could be calls about how to run your business, how to be better at what you do, anything. We are open for you, and we are really hoping to help you be successful. This is Kim Horvath signing off for Life Coach Office. Happy coaching, everyone.